Good morning, good evening, and everything in between. How are we all today? Welcome, everybody. Straight away with the hydrate. Hello, everyone. Oh my god, it's so exciting to see you all today. We have such an amazing event that's going to be going on. Hello. I want to give a big warm welcome to all the new people in chat today. For those of you that are meeting me for the first time, and I'm having the lovely honor of meeting you all, my name is Marielle Aurelia. I am the Keeper of the Flames and your beloved blazing idol, and I am also part of the Bellflowers. Hello! Oh my goodness, hello Addie, hello Leary. Oh my goodness, we have so many familiar names in here. So, we have some exciting things for today. We're going to be stepping back into the beloved world of Please Be Happy. I am a Aspen route truther. I will say that very, very much so. So I am very excited to be able to see my girl again. It's been almost a year since I last streamed this game, so it feels very exciting to come back into it, the fictional fantasy land of New Zealand. I mean, as an Australian, I'm pretty sure New Zealand is fictional, right? I kid, I'm sorry. But yeah, we're getting straight into it today. I will say that we will be running 2 giveaways at the end of stream, so we will run those towards the end of it, so please do stick around so that you are able to possibly win a key for Please Be Happy and twofold, because I get to also do twofold. Yippee! Yippee! Oh my goodness. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll jump straight into it for today. I'm going to throw myself into the game straight away. Thank you so much, Tracy Malin, for the follow. Welcome. Oh my goodness, hello. Alrighty, let's jump straight across now. But what if I already earned both? If you already earned both, is that not the best way to give a gift to a beloved friend of yours? See, we got you covered. But alright, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask them. But we're getting right into it today. Let's go!
Is that Mario Oreo, the red numbered tuber known to be a Please Be Happy enjoyer who famously said Aspen was what eternity feels like? Crazy.
Oh, and that's Cinder, by the way. Cinder is my familiar. She's feeling a bit grumpy today, so she might be a bit on and off in what she does. Hopefully her voice came through just fine. As I said, she's been a bit grumpy and been playing up the last couple of days, so if you did not hear that, she's there, I promise you. Her voice is fine. Let's go! Alrighty. Fog settled over the forest, far from the villages and towns, and with it came silence. Birch trees shivered, pondering the weather, and dropped their leaves in fright. Streams bubbled, unseen by man, and babbled like the birds in the trees. In the middle of the forest was a grove, and in the middle of that grove was a log. It had been years since it had fallen, once one of the proudest trees around, and now in death was home to an abundance of life. A line of frantic ants ran to and fro. Mushrooms, cloud-like and pillowy, sprouted across one side, like a footpath for fairies. Nearby, an old toad flopped contentedly in the mud. And inside, in the deep, damp hollow of the tree, something slept. A traveler strolled into the grove. Their steps were slow and tired, and they spotted the log with relief, like greeting an old friend. Weary from the day's journey, the traveler sat to take a rest. Whoosh! With a scrabbling of nails on rotten wood, a shadow bolted from inside the log to the tall grass nearby. The traveler watched the brush rustle as a faint patch of fur appeared within. Hello there, friend. I didn't mean to disturb you. They held their hand towards the grass, offering a piece of dried fish. At first, there was no reaction, and then, first, a snout appeared, quivering as it tested the air. Then followed the rest of the fox, sleek and tawny, as she took several slow steps forward. Her amber eyes were alight with mistrust, but also with wild, wild curiosity. The strangers sat unfazed, their offering still outstretched. They dared to meet the fox's eyes, and in that glance felt something kindred. As the fox closed her jaws around the gift, a bond was made. Maybe we aren't so different, you and I. The traveler returned the next day, and the day after that. Each day they brought some treats for their new friend. Each day, the fox's steps grew a little more trusting. One day, when the traveler arrived, the fox was sitting in the clearing waiting patiently.
Hello, my friend. Have you been waiting long?
Oh, I've missed this. The fox peered up at the traveler. Her amber eyes were warm and trusting. She accepted her gift of meat, gnawing it at the traveler's feet there and then. The traveler sat, imprinting into their minds the feeling of the wood beneath them, the clean air around them, and the tender bond of companionship.
Where is your home, little fox? Is it here in this grove? Or do you come to see me too? This will be the last time, I'm afraid. Because I'll be going home tomorrow. Home is such a small place compared to the rest of the world. Yet, it's some place I can't wait to return to. I wish I could bring you with me, little friend. I wish that you could see the world too.
This game is really special. I've missed it so much too.
All around me, though, isn't it? It's wherever the trees are, wherever the leaves fall. Little fox, perhaps it's you who's the more fortunate of the two of us.
All too soon, it was time for the traveler to go. As they bade goodbye to the forest and to the fox, they knew that they would not return, but that they would carry the memories with them always. The next day, the fox was sitting in the clearing, waiting patiently. Oh, I have missed this. Oh. Well, sir, I hope you enjoy my hat today, chat. It's part of a collection. I forgot that I'd put it on. Yippee!
At Wellington Skyport. Thank you for flying with Kiwi Airlines, and we hope to see you again.
Listener for the merch stall, yes! The intercom's announcement is muffled in the closet, where I'm hiding, just like the clatter of the seatbelts and the chattering of passengers getting ready to disembark. I wiggle around impatiently, sore from crouching in here for I don't even know how long it's been. Hours for sure. The last few minutes always feel like they take the longest. A parade of footsteps begins to pass by outside my door. It's time. I listen carefully, waiting for a gap in the crowd. When it comes, I stand up and push the door open in a single movement. Oh my god, Caps, hi! I give a wink to the shocked-looking lady that I stepped out in front of. She doesn't even have time to gasp before I'm out of her sight. Humans, they're always kind of slow. Oh my god, I've missed her! I nod at the smiling flight attendant as I pass her by, and then throw up my hood to cover my face. It's been a while since I last flew, but it doesn't seem like things have changed much. It's always been harder to sneak on than it is to sneak off. I follow the crowd to the end of the walkway and step out onto the ground. After a long stretch, I take a deep breath and savor the fresh air before being stowed away for so long. Oh my god, Mimo. Wellington Skyport, New Zealand.
I made it!
Oh, the baby. My breathless voice joins the pleasant hum of the skyport. A few clouds drift lazily overhead, almost within arm's reach. The sound of the waves rolling onto the shore is like a lullaby. It makes me want to burrow into the sand and take a nap. But I can't. First, I need to get out of here, and there's one more challenge ahead. Up ahead, listen, The sneaking line of passengers splits as people are funneled into a few security stations. While I'm too far back to hear what the guards are saying, it looks like they're examining a little booklet from each traveler before letting them pass. Humans sure like processes and procedures. I definitely don't have a booklet like that. Glancing around, I hope to find another way out. An open window would work, or even an unguarded exit. I'm pretty sneaky when I need to be. Unfortunately, it looks like the only way to leave is to go through security. Without any other option, I join one of the lines and prepare myself. I'll have to do this the old-fashioned way. The line moves briskly as passengers are cleared one after the other, and I'm almost at the front of the queue before I know it. As the passenger in front of me approaches the booth, I listen closely.
Good afternoon. Passport, please.
Right here. It's good to be home.
I'm sure. Welcome back.
He stamps something in the man's booklet and then hands it back to him. And he continues on out of the skyport.
Next.
That's me. I don't know what they do to people without any papers, but I don't want to find out. I'm sure it involves lots of questions, being escorted around, and other unpleasant stuff. Casually approaching the gate, I put on my brightest, friendliest smile while keeping a slight distance. With my breathing steady and tail calm, I'm sure I put on a convincing act. Realize how much of a biohazard Miho can be without a yeah, no, kinda, yeah. Like, Australia would be shaking.
Passport, please.
Of course.
Oh. I fumble around in my pockets, pretending to look for my passport. Instead, I grab the useless clunky phone that I've been carrying around and let it clatter to the ground at the guard's feet. As expected, he bends down to retrieve it for me.
Oh, let me get that for you.
And I make a run for it, bolting ahead and rushing past the security booths as quickly as I can.
Hey, you wait.
Stop!
Doomies. By the time they realize what's happened, I already have a few seconds head start. My inhuman speed, combined with the natural chaos of the skyport, should also buy me a bit of time. Still, I've got to get them off my tail. Oh my god. Wait. Go, Mimo. Thunder, behave. Dashing through the skyport doors and out into the road outside, I don't even have time to take in the city. Without stopping for breath, I run into the narrow streets while weaving between cars and shocked bystanders. Being seen by so many people like this is annoying, but it won't matter by tomorrow. Putting the thought out of my mind, I vault over a low wall into a nearby alley and land in a crouch. Out of sight, but only for a moment, I close my eyes and relax my muscles. All feeling disappears except a slight warmth against my neck. My secret weapon. The unremarkable looking necklace is one of my only possessions, and by far the most important. A certain one of the beads strung around my neck begins to heat up in response to my will, a soothing warmth flowing through my body. My hands and feet begin to morph first, the fur chasing up my arms and legs as they distort and shorten. This sensation was so bizarre the first few times I tried. It's amazing how it's become second nature by now. Closing my eyes, I let my body and head shift and turn. The face is always a little uncomfortable, my once human face changing and lengthening into a snout with some difficulty. The process complete after only a few seconds, I open my eyes not as a human, but as a fox. One day I'll get over my fear of drawing mechanical objects. No, you're real for that. That's always, the idea is terrifying. Oh god, no. I dart away without waiting, far quicker on 4 legs than I ever could be on 2. Obstacles like the stack of garbage cans ahead would be a pain to get past as a human, but instead, I'm able to flip between the gaps without slowing down.
That's her. I know it.
Sounds like the security guard hasn't given up on me yet. I pick up the pace, running as fast as my paws will take me. The baby! His heavy breathing gets farther and farther away, and in just a minute or two, I know I'm safe. I don't know where I am, but it's not like I knew where I was when I started running. I almost feel bad for the guy who was chasing me. He never stood a chance. Even in the crowded city streets, there's no way anyone or anything that can outrun me. The wind just wishes it could keep up with me. Comfortable that the danger's past, I slip into another alley. Once I'm sure that I'm alone, I close my eyes and concentrate on the form I want to take once more. That familiar flowing warmth runs through me again, my body stretching and deforming at my command. A few seconds later, and I open my eyes to glance at my hands. Not the Valorant mention.
Better luck next time.
Brushing the dust off myself, I nonchalantly stroll out of the alleyway and back into the street. The odd person walks by on this errand or another, not paying any attention to me. Just the way I like it. Thank you for the hydrate. Let me take a sip.
Left, right, pass a turn, left.
Mapping out my path in my head, I look for a way to the main roads. It'll be easier to get my bearings there. I pick turns at random, without any real destination in mind. When I decided to make the journey to Wellington, it was pretty impulsive. I'd overheard another pair of travelers talking about it and how beautiful a city it is. With a moment now to take in the scenery, I can see they weren't wrong. The streets around here seem like a mix of homes and businesses. Everything is very colorful, even the brick walls are covered in pictures and paint. In the distance, I can see green hills that are lined with houses, as well as green hills that are completely empty. There are a lot of hills, now that I look around some. I am forever in love with the scenery. I'm sorry. From just a few streets away, the sound of pedestrians and busy intersections float my way. I head in its direction, taking shortcuts through yards and driveways when it's convenient. In one lawn, a big dog growls at me as I walk past. But when I transform and growl right back, he tucks his tail and runs away. Dogs and I have always had an understanding. After squeezing through one last narrow side street, I finally emerge onto what looks like a main road. There's no cars here, but tons of people on foot. PBH scenery is always, oh my god. Someone got mad that there was rainbow flags in this background. Are you kidding? Oh my god. No, okay, so when I went to America oh my god, it was still this month. When I went to America earlier this month for Offkai, there was literally flags all throughout the street, and I did turn around and go, oh my god, PBH reference. Like, they were just everywhere, and I was like, oh my god, they just do that. That's crazy. There are brightly colored signs and decorations on most of the buildings. In the middle of the street, there are fountains and benches and trees and all kinds of stuff. The best part is a variety of stores. When I stroll past a few of the windows and peek in, I can already tell that I'll be able to do most of my shopping around here. There are stores with food, with clothes, and with just about everything else. I don't have any money on me, but that isn't exactly a problem. Mario looking true. Oh my god, Aspen, my beloved. Real! Me. What is the problem is that it's too crowded. Dodging a couple of security guards is one thing, but trying to escape down a busy street with lots of people could be too much even for me. I'll just have to remember where this place is and make another visit later, after all the shops are closed. Then, a man in a bright coat hurries past me, talking loudly on his phone in a language I don't recognize. Thank Thier. Thank you for Thier! Thank you, Thier! Thier, my beloved. He's so distracted that he doesn't even notice when his wallet falls out of his pocket and onto the sidewalk. I notice, of course. Seeing an opportunity, I zip over and snatch it up. Prying open the black leather pockets, I find...
Score.
a couple of bills in what I figure is local currency. I slide the money out and into a pocket of my jacket. By now, the man is so far ahead that he is almost out of sight. I have to hurry to catch up to him and give him back his wallet, and he barely even says thank you.
I should have just kept the whole thing.
Should have. Absolutely correct answer. It's only fair that I get a little something for myself, since it's not like he would have ever gotten it back without me. I head back to my bench and inspect my prize. A blue bill and a brown one. These feel sturdy, nothing like the paper I expected. I've just realized we both have blue 10s. Huh.
1, 0, 10, and 5. So 15.
Yay! We're so proud of you! 15 isn't much. I definitely should have kept the whole wallet. Oh well, at least this should be enough to buy myself something to drink. My thirst is starting to get the better of me, as I haven't had anything since I snuck onto the airship. Blues are 5s in the UK, 10s are brown. See, our 5s are like pink. Like, our $5 notes are like a pink color. Like, pretty pink. And then our $10 is blue. I don't think we have a brown note. We have a red note for 20s. 5s are coins, that's insane. Are they the ones with the queen? Yeah. Australian money isn't real. Australian money is pink with the queen on it. My thirst is starting to get the better of me, as I haven't had anything since I snuck onto the airship. Following my nose, I walk down the busy street until I find one of the many cafes lining the path. The sign hanging above its front door has a picture of a bell on it. Most bill we have over here is a 20. They're either blue or more recently brownish pink. Huh. I haven't seen any king money in the flesh yet. Neither! I'm gonna be so disorientated when that happens. I'm gonna be like, no. Yeah, over here we use a lot of, like, I keep no coins or notes on my person anymore. I have my card, and I have my Apple Pay. That's all I need. A charming bell rings out from above the door as I enter. I can't help but savor the wave of refreshing, cool air washing over me, which feels even better after so much running.
Hiya! Welcome to the Bell House.
The barista behind the counter is the only other person in the store right now. As I nod in greeting, and she leans forward with a cup in one hand and a pen in her other.
What can I get you? We're having a special on affogatos if you want to try one. Usually, they're like $7, but today, they're only $5.
I've missed her too, oh my god.
I'd like a...
Order a flat white, mijo. Order a flat white. I'm not sure what an affogato is. Isn't that a vegetable? Not wanting to commit to the strange sounding drink, I look at the menu instead. Unfortunately, it's full of handwritten, spindly letters. I can't read a single word, and there are no helpful pictures. Safe option it is.
I'll just have a vanilla latte. Ugh, boring. But okay. Name? Miho.
Miho. It's my first time testing out how the name sounds, and I decide that I like it. I decided on the airship that that was the name I would use here in Wellington. I've used so many names throughout my life that I can't remember most of them. For each new city that I visit, I come up with something new. Foxes don't have any use for names, so nobody ever gave me one. See, foxes may not have use for names, but one of my... Okay, nope, I'm gonna tangent. Anyway, very quickly, one of my favorite TikTokers at the moment has a whole heap of foxes that she looks after, and one of them is named Miss P for Miss Poorly. And you know what? Foxes may not have names of use for them, but I think all foxes deserve a little name as a treat. She scribbles something on the cup with a black marker. If that's how this name looks, then I'm even more pleased with it.
$4.50, please.
Love her. She's so good. The videos of like Miss P eating the honey is my favorite thing, and I miss Bruiser so much. God, I miss Bruiser. I hand her the brown bill, and she gives me back a big coin with a picture of a boat on it.
All right. I'll have this ready for you in no time.
She sure seems enthusiastic. I nod as she spins around and starts working. Looking about somewhere to sit, I decide on a seat by the window with the sun pouring in. I think Aspen would also... Absolutely correct. She would also have the 3 backup spoons as well for when tragedy strikes. Near the entrance of the cafe, there's a wire rack with a stack of maps and tourist pamphlets, so I grab one of the maps before taking my seat. This cafe is big and bright, with plants everywhere. They're on the walls, on the floor, and on the ceiling. Most of them are real and vibrant, obviously being well cared for. Even the lights that hang down from the ceiling have glass ornaments with little shrubs in them. Seems like I made a good choice coming here. Any place with a bit of nature in it is more comfortable to me than places without.
I guess I should find a place to stay.
They're so Aspen code. When she made a thing, like a TikTok of her holding her book and was like, I'm an author, this is my book, right beside one of the foxes, I had to sit there and I had to be like, there is no way that you're doing this to me. You're really going to make Aspen IRL just like that? Like, she's real? No, like, for real. She's like an author and everything. She's like, this is my book, and I think she's self-published. So I was like, this is insane. And so it's just this woman with her 5 foxes and her book writing. Looking down to the map I took, I traced the path I made from the port to this cafe. It's useful, but it doesn't really tell me anything helpful about the houses in particular. I'll need to find a higher vantage point. I moved my finger along the hills I noticed from outside, following the little brown path to a patch of green with a little mountain icon. That should work for now. My ears perk up right as the barista arrives and places my drink in front of me.
Thanks.
I reach over and take the warm cup in my hand, but the barista doesn't let go.
You ready for the rain tomorrow? Huh? It's gonna rain tomorrow.
I glance behind me out the window. It's as sunny and blue a day as I've ever seen.
How do you know that? There aren't any clouds out there. I'm just good with the weather. Anyway, if you forget, then you'll be sorry.
I was gonna say, oh my god, the rain tomorrow? Same for me, for real, but then I remembered it's Friday and Saturday, so we missed it by a day. She finally lets go of my drink and heads back behind the counter. People are weird. Does the barista pull that on everyone? Standing on the doorstep, I have my first sip.
Oh, this is really good.
It's pretty plain, but well made. The coffee isn't too bitter, which is perfect for me. With a moment to myself, my thoughts turn inwards as I sip the warm drink. My first travels were in search of someone, but despite my whole life being spent trying, I haven't made any progress in finding them. I've taken to simply wandering, going wherever I wish at the time. What are you doing? Sorry if you can hear the noise in the background. I have somebody who's trying to do naughty things. My god. I wrote this part I had read. Apparently it's like an urban legend that swans can predict the weather. Never heard of this, but thing. What? Wait, I love that. I didn't know that's a thing. What? See, over here, we always say that the pelicans go inland when there's a storm. Like, that's a little thing that we follow. So if you see pelicans away from the beaches, a bad storm is coming. I never heard that swans can, like, do that. I'm so sorry if you can hear noise in the background. She's being silly. I'd been itching for a change of scenery anyway, so I boarded, well, snuck onto the first airship that I could. The best part about owning nothing but the clothes on my back is that I can pick up and leave whenever I feel like it. Heard similar with seagulls. Yeah! Another good one is that if there is a lot of seagulls in front of a fish and chip shop, you know that it is banging. I take a moment to get my bearings and look around. I see a tired-looking person shuffling along the far footpath with a briefcase in their hand. They stop outside one of the buildings, take a deep breath, and pat their face a couple of times, and then go inside. If the truth, I'm glad we are so on the same page. They must not be looking forward to whatever's going to happen in there. Maybe they have to fight someone. Through the large glass windows of another store, a fawn is trying on a pair of shoes, but they don't seem to fit her hooves. The people waiting with her look annoyed. I wonder if she fusses around with her footwear a lot. For a while, I simply let the day roll by and watch the various figures who stroll by. People watching is fun, especially in such a busy city. Eventually, I go to sip my coffee, only to find nothing coming out. With no more reason to stick around, it's time to go. On the sunlit street, I look about to match what I can see with the map's directions. There's a tall, green mountain in the distance ahead of me, which must be the one on the map. It'll be the perfect vantage point for the city. Ideally, I'll find an empty building I can crash in. But it's not necessary. A roof over my head would be nice, but I'm plenty used to sleeping outside under the stars. Sometimes it's better than sleeping in a bed. Encouraged by the plan forming in my head, I set off on the long walk to the summit. Yippee! The path to the mountain turns out to be less simple than the map made it look. First, a trail takes me along the waterfront, and then it turns upward through a small forested area. Being among the trees and their tall shadows makes me feel at home. When the path leaves the woods again, I'm a little disappointed. It leads up a paved road, so I stick to the edge to avoid passing cars. Sometimes I take shortcuts through yards or up unmarked paths. There are quite a few nice looking homes right along the roadside. I make a mental note to go check them out when I'm low on money or food. Not much further along, a concrete lookout offers another glimpse of the city below. A couple airships are coming in to dock at the skyport, probably from one of the other floating islands. There's still a ways to go to the top of the mountain, but luckily the walk has been easy so far. I wouldn't even consider it a hike. Eventually, I reach the final stretch of road. I can see where it curves ahead to the summit, and I hurry to the end. A metal railing spreads out like a crown on top of the mountain. As I go to toss my empty cup away, a pair of chatting tourists pass me by.
How far is it from here?
Oh, about an hour from the base of Mount Victoria, so a bit further from here.
Mount Victoria.
I'm glad to know what this place is called. I say the name out loud to help commit it to memory. Standing at the edge, I am treated to a wonderful view of Wellington. The city forms a crescent moon shape around the bay, which glitters like a sapphire from up here. The sun is starting to set, and that makes the water even more shimmery. Even more airships can be seen coming and going. I think that I can even see the edge of the floating island we're on, miles out in the open sky. I survey the city using the skyport as a reference point. From up here, what feels like such a long chase really doesn't look far at all. If I strain my eyes, I think I can even see the coffee shop from earlier. What was it the barista said it was called? The Bell House? It's kind of tough to make out details. My hearing and sense of smell may be great, but my eyes aren't that much better than a human's. Then, I noticed something useful.
Look! Is that our house?
Probably. What can you see from here?
Wait a second. Mother's voice. Okay. Okay.
I see Dad's car!
Not too far away, there's a little kid who's using a pair of metal tubes attached to a post. His mom is helping him aim it at the city. It must be something that improves your vision. The moment the kid and his mom leave, I hurry over before someone else can get to them first. You could try and crust you, please. When I press my eyes to the same spot that the child did though, all I can see is black. I try moving it around, but it doesn't change. Is this thing busted? Some text is printed on the side. I have no idea what it says. There's a small slot though, with a picture of a coin next to it. Lucky for me, it's the coin that has a 50 on it. I put the coin that I received from the barista into the slot and spin a lever. The machine eats my coin, and then when I put my eyes to it again... Yes! Everything looks much closer now. Even the trees on the other side of the hill appear in crystal clear detail, like I'm standing right next to them. I aim the viewing glasses at the city and look around, trying to find a good place to rest for the night. Houses are a no-go. Even if they look empty or abandoned, you can never let your guard down for a minute. Same with most shops. I don't have enough money for a hotel, and I won't risk sneaking into one of those either. As I'm studying the sights, trying to memorize as much as I can, there's a clicking sound and once again, the view goes black. Stupid machine. I smack it a couple of times and check again, but I still can't see anything.
Well, whatever.
The photo this picture was painted over. It's gorgeous.
Looks like I'm sleeping outside tonight. Guess this place is as good as any.
I head back down the trail a little bit and veer off of it into the underbrush. Going on an adventure.
Not perfect, but it'll do.
Yeah, seems like yeah, I can't get it fixed. So Asura Horizons, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. It's not exactly the wilderness, but just about everything around here seems cityfied to some extent. Usually, when I make a den, I prefer to find a place far from other people. A place where nobody will find me. I doubt I'll find anything perfect, but this is good enough.
It's fine. Can't afford to be picky.
Once the trail I was on is out of sight, I transform again. My neck gets warm as my bead activates, and a few seconds later, I'm on all fours. As a fox, the sensations of nature are much stronger. The earth beneath my paws is cool and refreshing, and the breeze whips through my tails like a massage. I hurry down a hill covered in grass, so tall that it reaches way over my head. I can smell fresh water, and follow the scent to a small stream where I'm able to quench my thirst. It's just as satisfying as the drink I got at that cafe, but in a different way. And being able to slurp up water is way more enjoyable than having to use a straw, or worse, one of those lids with the tiny holes. For a little while, I follow my nose to some berries and some edible plants that'll do for a snack. Unfortunately, unlike the water, foraging is never as satisfying as eating human food. If I want a real meal tonight, then I should pick up the pace before it gets too late. Still, I want to get this done now while there's still daylight. I keep close to the stream and search for a place where the ground is soft. Before too long, I find a promising area. A small valley with hills on most sides and thick foliage on the other. I'm still close enough to civilization to hear cars and other city noise, but the area I'm in doesn't seem like it gets visited very often. At the very least, it doesn't really smell like people. I forgot how long it takes for Aspen to show up in chapter 1. Yeah, I am so like... I am like locked in. I'm like talking so much less than usual because I'm like, where is she? The spot that I settle on is a nice mound of earth near the edge of the woods, partially hidden by a tall tree with low-hanging leaves. Even if no one comes by, it makes me feel better knowing that I'll be out of sight. No, I believe. Could go to the chapter select, maybe, and pick your favorite Aspen scene to play through. Don't tempt me, don't tempt me. And so I start to dig. My claws rip away the dirt as I burrow downwards, widening the tunnel just enough for my sleek frame to fit. First I dig forwards, and then downwards, widening out an area that's big enough for my whole body to fit. This is something I've been doing my whole life, even back when I was just a regular fox. But also, how do you even pick a favorite, like, Aspen scene? They're all perfect. If she's in it, it's perfect, you know what I mean? Like, Twirl's hair, I love her. I think that's why I don't mind it too much, compared to sleeping inside somewhere. It just feels right to me. We were literally joking, like, Chat and I, the other day, about how funny it would be, because I have a heart rate monitor, so I can, like, stream my heart rate at any point, of, like, how funny it would be to have it running right now, so you would see, like, the slow workup, because it would just be a nightmare. Like, it would be too funny. It would be also a tragedy, because, like, if we're really gonna out like that. It takes a little while, and by the time I'm finally finished, the first few stars have started to peek out from the sky. I shake myself clean of the dirt that sticks to my coat and then transform back into my human form.
Spread this here, a couple of branches here, some leaves there.
And for context for the what reason we were joking about that, it's because we recently, when we were testing it, I had people send me like images, and someone sent me a photo of Millie, and my heart rate like went up by like 40. Like, I think I went from like 60s to like 100 and like that, and everyone was like, did that just happen? And I was like, oh, that actually happened. Women. I walk around the valley a bit, checking from different angles.
Not bad for just an afternoon's work.
Exactly, women. If you weren't looking for it, I don't think you'd ever notice anything out of place. All that digging has made me work up an appetite, and not the kind that'll be satisfied with just a few berries.
Ugh, I'm so hungry. I haven't had a real meal since yesterday.
Maybe. My stomach rumbles painfully. I've been so busy since arriving here in Wellington that I kind of forgot just how hungry I was. Speaking of Aspen scenes, newer peeps, Mari spent 20 minutes. Wait, don't out me like that, please! I'll grab some human food back in town, casting one last glance at my afternoon's work. I set off towards the city.
Work never ends. Time to get some food!
Sometimes you just need to look at a really pretty CG, you know? It's like for your mental health. Yeah, like in front of the desk. Really exposing if you're real. There is a quote that everyone holds over me that I accidentally said on stream once. I say that and I bet you at least 2 people are gonna say it. Because of Aspen, and like it's been nearly a year. And like it is still said weekly. I'm a bit disappointed when I finally get back to the busy street from before. I was hoping that it would be emptier now and that all of the stores, there it is, would be closed. Turns out I was half right. A lot of shops have gone dark for the evening, but there are just as many people walking around now as there were earlier. In fact, there might even be more. A wordsmith just like Aspen. Oh my god. Twirl's hair. We're like Aspen and I, we're like so relatable with each other. The patio of a restaurant has a bunch of tables full. A mermaid is sitting in the fountain I sat by earlier, chatting with a cyclops. Even the cafe that I visited is crowded now, with a line almost out the door. After pacing up and down the road for a while, I sit down and try to figure out what to do next. There's such a beautiful line, meanwhile I just make weird noises. Nah, we got that. I got that in me too. Like there's a clip of like the like panic of Aspen walking off stream, like off screen at one point, and I was like, no wait. There is a clip of Millie saying something, and like I blacked out in that moment. Like I don't even know what was going through my head when the sounds left my person. It's the roll of the dice. You never know what you're gonna get. Oh my god, Neki dice. Anyway. I'm not too worried about what would happen if I got caught stealing. I'd just escape, obviously, and even if they somehow managed to catch me, it wouldn't be an issue for very long. I lost my voice that day, so true. See, there's something different about me that makes me extra good at being a thief. It's not just the skills I've practiced over the years, like picking locks and sneaking around. Radgore2, thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. No, it's a bit more special than that. Without fail, every single person I meet forgets about me by the next day. I don't know why, but I don't really care either. It's magic. That's all I know about it. Really, useful magic. Everywhere I go, no matter how careless I am, all my problems are solved by the next day. That doesn't mean there's no danger. I've been caught in the act before and beaten or harassed before I can manage to get away. I've even lost a few prizes that I stole fair and square because I had to get going in a hurry. But if someone sees me but isn't able to stop me, I know that I'll be home free. Sure, they might remember having something stolen, but they'll never know who did it. It almost makes things too easy. Right now, it would be smarter to just come back even later, in the dead of night, and hope that there are no people around. I'd be able to take my time browsing without having to worry about making a quick escape. Where's the fun in that though? I walk casually up and down the street, glancing into windows without being too obvious about it. Some stores still have customers inside, others have locked their doors and shut off the lights. Weep! Don't out me like that. That's insane. Most of the restaurants are still open and are only making me hungrier. Stealing from restaurants is a bit much even for me though. I've tried it before, but the cluttered kitchens as well as all the tables and chairs make it hard to get around. Plus, I've learned the hard way that there are plenty of hot or sharp things for angry cooks to throw at you as you try to make your way out. Oh my god, I forgot about this part. Instead, packaged and pre-made foods are my best friends. Things that I can grab multiple of at once and stuff into my pockets. If I'm really lucky, I'll find a place with refrigerated sandwiches or salads. Or sometimes, perfectly good hot food that gets thrown out. You wouldn't believe the kind of stuff that's available if you don't mind sifting through the trash a little bit. It's not ideal, of course, but a hot meal is a hot meal. I know plenty of foxes who've eaten much worse.
Target spotted.
It's perfect. A small convenience store, snacks lined up behind the front window. Even better, the shops on either side of it are closed too. So there's not many other people in the area.
Locked, huh? Not surprising.
I head down a nearby alley and find the back door, which is probably where they bring in new products. The alleyway is dark to begin with, and my dark clothes help me hide even better. I glance around the alley, glad like always for my excellent night vision. Yippee, Tim Tams! Nobody's watching. Nobody's even around. I swear, I don't know what it is about, like, Tim Tams for, like, people where Tim Tams are not common, but I bring a packet of Tim Tams to, like, America, and oh my god, everyone's thriving. I pull my hood up over my ears and tuck my tail between my legs, leaning against the sturdy door. To anyone not looking closely, I'm sure I appear as nothing more than a shadow. Also, for people who have access to Tim Tams, can we all agree that double-coated Tim Tams or the dark mint chocolate Tim Tams are the best Tim Tams that you can get? Caramel a close third, but it's the dark chocolate mint and the double coat that are the best. And then the next best treat is a musk lily, and no one can tell me otherwise. I dig around in my pocket until I find my trusty lockpick, and then set to work on the door. It isn't a complicated lock at all, just a regular keyhole. What was the kind you brought us at our booth? I brought the double coat, which is basically like they coat it twice in the chocolate. And I think, yeah, that's the one that I bought for you guys. I bought that one, and then I think I brought the mint ones as well. I can't remember. Because I brought 3 packs of Tim Tams with me for Offkai. I spent like $160 just buying a whole heap of Australian snacks to give to the Americans. On the grounds that you can have all of this wonderful stuff if you eat a musk lolly. And so I made them eat musk lollies. Because I have an agenda. Because musk lolly is good, and everyone who says the otherwise are wrong. Just wrong. With a click, the latch springs open just a few short moments later. I want to try one. They're perfect. They're absolutely incredible. They are a pink candy. Anything that is like a lolly that is pink, full trust. Any like you trust it 100%. Would a pink candy lie to you? No.
Bingo. Huh?
I try to tug the door towards me, but there's a chain on the inside that keeps it from opening very wide. There's no way a human could fit through the gap, but it would be easy for a fox. First, I slink away for a bit, idling on the nearby street like a regular pedestrian. I wait to see if anyone shows up, just in case I triggered a silent security system. I had a pink eclipse once. It was cinnamon flavored. It did not spark. Oh no. Like the eclipse mints? Controversial. I really like those. They're really good. But I guess if you weren't expecting it, that would be an absolute nightmare. Like, were you aware of it before? A cinnamon flavored mint? But it goes so hard. Like, I respect the, like, ambition that they had for that, you know? After about 10 minutes, I decide it's safe. I transform under cover of darkness in the alley and slip into the building before transforming back. The shop isn't very big, and the receiving area is just a small hallway with a few boxes of soda and candy bars on the floor. I grab a couple of my favorites and shove them into my pockets. Cinnamon sugar is my favorite flavor for most things, but actual cinnamon I can't stand. You know what? You're so fair for that. I love cinnamon. It sparks joy. But like, I've never understood, because when the first 2 times I went to the US, there's so many cinnamon flavored things, and I was like, why? What was the inspiration here? I ask for no cinnamon on my cappuccino. You get cinnamon on your cappuccinos? We get chocolate powder on our cappuccinos. I have never heard of cinnamon in a cappuccino. Huh. Wait, I kind of want to try that now. Yeah, no, they give us chocolate powder on top of our cappuccinos over here. Like, is my favorite thing about a cappuccino is the fact that you get that nice sprinkling of like a chocolate powder on the top because it slaps. Oh no. See, this is why WA is amazing, because we have like the good coffee, like 12's hair. There's like this special brand of cinnamon bun, and for whatever reason they don't sell it in the US, so the only place you could get it was IKEA. Ooh. Love the smell of cinnamon. The smell of cinnamon is amazing. Like, oh my god. It's so good. I also was in the era of kids that did... Oh, wait. That might age me. I'm trying to gauge if I can do this without aging me. I was on the internet. You were about to say Cinnamon Challenge, weren't you? Yeah. A group of friends and I did it when it was happening. And I was the only one who didn't, like, flinch. Because we were just, you know, we were silly goofy. What a throwback, right? Oh my god. Aging myself there. Ooh. When I creep into the main area, I make sure to stay low to the ground, trying to avoid being seen from outside. I'm not exactly hidden, but as long as I don't stand up, I shouldn't attract anyone's attention. I move fast, cramming as much into my coat as I can. Cookies, protein bars, popcorn. I'm not very picky. When my coat starts to feel pretty heavy, I grab a plastic bag from behind the counter and transfer some of my loot into there. I also take a few bottles of water and sports drinks from the coolers. Just as I'm about to leave, I spot a few of those coveted plastic wrapped sandwiches that I was thinking about earlier. I looked up Cinnamon Challenge and felt my soul in my... Yeah, no, it was an interesting challenge. Just a spoonful... Damn challenge is older than me. No. You can't say that. What do you mean it's older than... No. Is it really? Is it actually that old of a challenge now? There's no way. Same here, actually. What? Oh my god. Assuming it is 2001? Okay, no, it was... No. Okay, wait. This was like back in the era... Okay, that was the earliest documented one, but it didn't start going around until I think 2010 was when it started picking up. Like, I count 2010 because that's definitely when it started getting big here. Oh my god, that's... Oh my god. You were 6? Oh my god, okay. I made my little siblings do it here. No, that's so funny, actually. We had an entire theater group do it for the funnies. So we were all like this group of like theater people from like kids to adults standing there and doing it. Don't worry, I'm old too. We can suffer together. Let's go. Oh my god.
Jackpot!
I fill my bag with sandwiches until it's almost overflowing, and then I head back out the way I came in. In total, I was in and out in under 5 minutes, and I've got enough supplies to last me several days. When I step into the alley, I glance around in both directions, making sure no one saw me emerge from the store. I don't see anyone, but my neck prickles as if someone is watching me. I sniff the air, but don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Nothing that wasn't there before. Still. Bat! Suddenly there's a flap of wings and a bat flutters past me from out of the shadows. It goes right over my head and disappears from sight up the street.
Oh, that's it?
He's so cheeky. I let out the breath I'd been holding and start making my way back towards the mountain where I made my den. I let the bag swing from my arm as I walk, whistling a song I heard earlier. I'm not able to keep a smile off my face.
All in all, not a bad first date. I've got got a nice nest, food to spare, and plenty of places to explore tomorrow.
There have been plenty of days in my life where I had none of those things. I unwrap one of the sandwiches that I grabbed and take a big bite.
Nothing beats the taste of hard work.
I hope Wellington continues to treat me well while I'm here. He's so baby.
So tired. I'm gonna sleep so well tonight.
Hearing Olive and Miho back to back always gives me such severe whiplash. Nah, real. Dot is insane for the duality of those two voices. I unpack everything that I got from the store, as well as the treasures that I always carry with me. My lockpick, my wallet, a few pretty stones. The only thing that I leave in my jacket is a small scroll.
Can't get that damaged or dirty.
Absolutely not. I change back into a fox and then dig another hole near the entrance to my den. This one is much simpler and shallower, and I bury some of the snacks that I stole before covering them back up with dirt.
Not like anyone's gonna come by and swipe my things, but better safe than sorry. I stole this myself after all. Don't want it being stolen from me.
So true. Stuff like my pen and my favorite rock go into the burrow with me, since I like having them close by. Once I've got everything where it belongs, I climb into the hole myself, turning a few circles before settling down with my tail wrapped around me. From here, I have a perfect view of the stars. I look up at the clear night sky through the mouth of the tunnel. I feel bad for all the people way down on the underworld.
Can they even see the stars from there?
Oh, this is such a beautiful... Oh my god. I've never been to the underworld, so I have no idea. I can't imagine falling asleep without them. Comfortable and safe, I close my eyes and quickly slip off to dreamland. Want to pat the fox, so true. I wake up to trouble, or at least a threat. I'm sure it's only morning as I peer out the burrow's entrance, but the sky is already dark and foreboding. My attention moves from the ominous rain clouds above to the trees outside my den. Their branches shaking in the strong breeze.
I can't believe that girl from the cafe was right.
They always are. I climb up the tunnel and out into the open, sniffing the air. It just tells me what I already know. A storm is coming. And fast. But also, another scent plays on my nose, one so faint that I almost brush it off before taking another smell. Surely I'm wrong. There's no way that... Lowering my snout to the ground, I investigate the area, and then decide that I'm right. I change into my human form and look around.
Someone's been here.
Yes, someone's definitely been here, but this scent isn't a human. It's vaguely familiar, but at the same time not like anything I recognize.
And it definitely wasn't here when I went to sleep.
Eve says no. How about I do anyway? They must have come here in the night and stopped right outside my den.
Were they watching me sleep?
Originally we were like, Mio needs a hobby, and so we were thinking about making her an artist, and that's why she carries a pen around. Wait, that's so cute! The messages.
Oh crap!
So we took away her hobby. You're insane for that one. You could have had writer artist do. That's insane. As a fox, I dive back into my hole to make sure everything is still there. My heart pounds in my chest, but nothing appears to be missing. I also check the spot where I buried my stash from last night, but that hasn't been disturbed either. I breathe a sigh of relief. If any of my stuff has been stolen, I'd be so mad. But that still doesn't answer the question of what they did want. And that's even more concerning. I'm a pretty light sleeper, and usually the slightest sound or motion will wake me up. So if someone was able to sneak up on me, even I have to be impressed. Impressed and a little bit worried. I've got a more pressing issue right now, though. I stare up at the sky in disappointment.
Ugh, I hate the rain.
I would have found a different place to make my nest and hide my supplies if I'd known this would happen. Instead, both bars will probably just be piles of mud by the end of today.
I should have found a place with a roof after all.
Fill my pockets with my most important possessions and some of the food I grabbed last night. Everything else I wrap as tightly in the plastic bags as I can and bury them in my den. Hopefully I can find somewhere fast and then move everything else over before it gets ruined. The abandoned house would be perfect, or some other place where I'd be able to hide. I'm just about to get going when a loud flapping sound overhead catches my attention. I expect it to be a bird, but instead it's yet another bat. This one is even bigger than the one I saw last night. Wings are way longer and noisier. I can even hear it squeaking something as it flies past. Some people say bats and foxes are similar. I don't see it. I watch it fly around for a little while before it takes off towards the city.
Maybe it knows somewhere to stay. Guess I'll follow it for now.
Went to my friend's house for a week and it rained the whole week. Oh no. Oh, that's rough. A couple times it disappears between the trees or just too far ahead, but I always manage to catch back up. Eventually, we're out of the woods and back into civilization, where a car whizzes right past me. There's a sidewalk here and other people walking around. Most of them look up to the sky nervously, though, and everyone seems to be in a hurry.
Guess I'm not the only one looking to get away from the rain.
We got 100 hours on Persona 5 in a week. That's incredible. That's actually iconic. Just about to get going when a loud flapping sound overhead catches my attention. I expect it to be a bird, yet another bat. Most people seem to be going in the direction I was headed than anywhere else, so I stick to that. By now, my winged guide is almost out of sight again. Just a little black speck in the sky flying into the distance. Farther up this road, there's a slope that leads to a big, fancy-looking building. Doesn't look like a shop or a restaurant, at least not one that I've ever seen. But there are so many people going in and out that it has to be open to the public. That's good enough for me. It'll give me somewhere dry to spend some time and maybe I can learn something useful. Plus, places like this usually have plenty of valuables inside. If I'm lucky, I might be able to find something to fund my next few days. After all, the bigger the target, the less likely they are to notice something's missing. The sturdy oak door isn't as heavy as it looks, a firm push being enough to heave it open. Gingerly stepping inside and out of the rain, I am greeted by books. Lots of books. Guys, you know what this means. Guys, you know what this means? No, oh my god. Okay. Books on shelves, books on tables, books on the floor, books everywhere. The place even smells of musty old paper, and the dozens or so people inside are mostly leafing through pages in the aisles. The odd silence about the building is striking, given how many are around. Doesn't look like a shop, so I assume this must be a library. I've heard of them, but I've never been in one. No point since I can't read and all. Oh my god, you're right about the painting. Hang on. Wait, I never noticed that before because oh my god, are you kidding me? How many more am I gonna say like this? Yeah, oh indeed, what do you mean? But it's warm and cozy and very dry, so it'll do just fine. That's insane. There's a desk near the entrance with a computer on it that I assume would be where I check in. It's unattended, which is good for me. I take a seat in an empty chair nearby and sit back just to observe for a bit. There are plenty of people, but it's not too busy. Lots of empty, unwatched spaces. Most folks seem to be here alone, or in small groups that keep to themselves. There's not much conversation going on, and what there is all whispered. Nobody gives me a second glance, which is a good sign. It means I'm probably not breaking any rules just by being here. There's two? Oh my god, I'm gonna be hunting for references now. God bless. Behind the desk, there's a hallway leading deeper into the building, and I peek around the corner to see what's back there. All I can see are some shut doors and at the very back a staircase. After glancing around to make sure no one's watching, I sneak down the hall and try a couple of the doors. All of them are locked. I could probably pick them if I wanted to. No sense trying to do that now though. Is there anything more valuable around? An antique clock or vase would be perfect. Sadly, it's almost all books. Books and small trinkets that look pretty worthless, not even worth the trouble of stealing. At least it's got a roof. I do spot a couple promising items, like a set of old coins, and memorize their locations. Give me her already, please. I wander back to the main area where I came in. Outside, it hasn't started raining yet, but it's only a matter of time. The wind is loud and gusty, and even opening the door is enough to make me shiver. Nothing else, I can probably wait out the rain here. But, ugh, my poor abandoned snacks back at the den. What a waste. Can't do anything about it now, though. I should keep looking around. I move slowly through the area, never going beyond what seems to be the public area. I pretend to inspect a few books, taking them off the shelves and flipping through the pages. But I'm actually mapping out the place in my head. Doors, windows, and potential places to hide. Things like that. Most of the time, this kind of info is unnecessary. Been at least a few decades since I've had to make a dramatic escape from anywhere. At this point, plotting an escape route is just a habit. Overall, I like what I'm seeing. Even with the locked doors and off-limit hallways, there are a lot of nooks and crannies that would make a good hiding spots. Especially as a fox. These are hello, welcome! How are you today? From the thick dust that coasts a lot of these areas, I can tell they don't get a whole lot of visitors. If I'm careful, I might be able to go a whole week or more without being noticed. As long as I can get in and out of the building easily, that is. And with the huge windows that line the back wall, that seems easy enough too. I weave around a couple of shelves that are taller than I am, heading for the far back corner. I veer around the corner of the last aisle just to make sure I'm alone. But I'm not. Alright, that's true. At a small table by the window sits a woman with a small book in her hand, resting against her fingers. She's perfectly still, but mouths the words on the page as she reads, like she's tasting them instead of just seeing them. Her expression has the distant look of someone way off in their own world, far away from this one. She looks so at peace that I think she must belong in that other world. Thank you so much for the gifted. The name. Mario, you're drooling? I'm not drooling. I'm normal, I promise. I'm sorry, I'm not I'm gonna take a drink. Take a damn drink. Finally, I got my girl. Aggressively wipes mouth, please. Look at her. Can you look me in the eyes and tell me that you would not just completely, like, absolutely cave for her? You're gonna look me in the eyes and you're gonna tell me that this is not, like, the most beautiful woman you have ever seen in your life? Like, explain, please. Look, she is literally like, I will stand firm. on what I have said about her. She is literally made of stardust and dreams. Like, this is the woman of everybody's fucking, like, she is her, you know? She is her in every I miss her. Like, is she not beautiful? Is she not perfect? Is she not, like, do you not look at her and feel every emotion, like, just bubble inside of your chest at once? Like, look at her! Every time, every universe, like, no hesitation. A million times over, we'd still pick the same path. Exactly, she is literally everything. Like, happy pride indeed. This is the love of my life. Like, you are looking, like, look, I just think that this right here is peak character design. There are 2 characters that I have ever, like, experienced pure, like, love. 3 characters. There are 3 characters where I have looked at how they are designed and gone, this is what character design is all about. Like, you look at this woman and you're like, every single thing about her is so perfectly designed. From her eyes, her hair, the way that she styles her hair, like the black ribbon, she is literally perfect. She is sculpted by the gods themselves. They could not recreate her in a marble statue. Like, she is beautiful. And there are 2 other characters that I have that same level of feeling towards. Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you. And, like, the framing of the scene, how you are literally brought in to see her for the first time ever. The way that there is, like, the curtains have parted. There is sun literally shining down on her. She is literally a gift from the gods. The world is freezing for her. This love of her. I'm sorry. I have 3 fictional women that I will, like, adore and love with my life. How many I Miss Aspens is there now? There is no I Miss Aspen. There is only, like, there is no I Miss Aspen prompt. We are not doing that to me. I am already struggling to keep my... You just did 2? Yeah, but, like... Please add us, like, I can't add like, exclamation Aspen because I already have Millie. And I'm already getting fucking, like... my ass handed to me every time I say I miss Millie. And now it's gonna happen again. One of them is in the stream, one of them is in the next stream. Okay. The absolute love and adoration that I have for Aspen and Millie is the entire reason I started buying Élan merch. Because I was like, I need Aspens. And so I have a lot of Aspens. And then I was like, I need everything Millie. So I rocked up at Offkai and I was like, I need all of your Millies. Like, straight away, first thing I said was, I need your Millies. So, like, Aspen and Millie, revolutionary. Like, incredible. You could not ask me to ever turn away from these women. I am their #1 defender. If they have 1 million followers, I am one of them. If they have 100 followers, I am one of them. If they have 1 follower, it is me. If there is none, then I have disconnected all of my socials. Thank you so much for the anonymous gift. Thank you. But, like, surely you can look at her and, like, understand that when it comes to, like, beauty, like, everything about her is just chef's kiss. Like, thank you so much. Thank you for the anonymous gift. I just think that, you know, women, am I right, chat? women. Type it if you agree. And like, surely you guys must feel the same way, right? Like, it's not just me. Like, if Millie has a million fans, you're one of them. If Millie has one fan, it's you. If Millie has 0 fans, you no longer exist. The world is against Millie. You're against the whole world to your last breath. Support Millie. So true. Millie and Aspen have like rewired my brain permanently. I'm gonna be so normal this stream. I thought I could be normal. I thought I would be able to see her on screen and be normal, and then I just absolutely failed it within the first 2 seconds. That is a new record, Chad. I thought I could be normal. This is normal. You know what? True. Actually correct. This is normal. I am completely normal behavior. There was literally this one time where I forgot that you can see my mouse on screen, and I was like just kind of like sitting here, and I was like just doing this while they were talking, and everyone was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Let me just move that." Let me just move that from the screen. I don't know, like, do you guys have like a fictional character that you were like very emotionally attached to? Like, the rest of the world are abnormal for not feeling this much Aspen passion. So true. Like, honestly.
Aspen and Millie lifetimes with you.
You didn't. You did not. You. You. Oh my god. I cannot believe you. I cannot believe you just did that. I'm gonna fix my hat at that one. You gotta fix the hat for that. Let me just... There you go. Wait, no, that looks worse than before. Never mind, it's going back. There you go. Attached in more of a, I'm their distant protector, I will protect their happiness, but it's for literally everyone. No, you're so based for that. Like, absolutely, protect them with your life, you know? She had to fix her yeah, that was world ending. I cannot believe that I had to experience that on today. I cannot believe this. Olive is my goat, you're real for that. Yeah, but he's less Stardust in dreams and more the default me. Oh my god. See, one of my 3 favorite fictional like characters. 2 of them are like, I will do everything I can to protect you and treasure you and love you with my entire life. I am your #1 defender. I will defend you until the day I die. The other one is like, holds them up by the scruff of the neck, like, what are you? Like, that is that is your dynamic when it comes to your favorite characters. It's like, scruffing them, what are you? And oh my god, I love you with my heart and soul. It's like, okay. No, I'm not gonna say it. But you know what I mean? Like, my other favorite fictional woman, I literally am like, you are a sopping wet cat. You are doing your absolute best, sweetie. I love you so much, but what are you doing? Like, that is the that is the feelings that I have for the 3rd fictional character that I love. Your type is wet cat. You're saying that in front of Aspen, who is not a wet cat. That is not wet cat energy right there. That is a ethereal being, the sunshine herself. We're just gonna... Is a wet bunny? Is Aspen bunny coded? No. Wait, Addie. You can't do this to me. Aspen is bunny. I cannot believe this is happening to me right now. You can't give me no, not another bunny curded woman. She's somewhere between bunny and guinea pig and hamster. I got to see a hamster for the first time ever this month. Like, I got to see a hamster for the first time ever and I was so excited. Like, that's, like, they're real. Hamsters are real things. For the first time, they don't exist in Australia. They're not a thing here. Like, at all. They just are not a thing. So I got to see one and I was like, you actually exist. Like, it's same with a chinchilla. I saw a chinchilla for the first time ever and I was like, oh my god, you're actually real. Like, they are super illegal. We have guinea pigs. Like, we have guinea pigs here. But, like, I've never seen a hamster until then, and I was like, this is everything I've seen on the internet. Like, you are exactly how the internet said you would be. Are you holding a hamster? I hold him like a baby. Just a little angel baby, you know what I mean? Like a little tiny baby. Must protect. But yeah, no, super illegal in Australia. We are very limited in terms of what we have in terms of, like, pets. Because of how careful our biodiversity is here. There are also no squirrels. Yes, correct. Actually, there is a really funny story, and I'm sorry that I'm tangenting. We got to the love of my life. I'm safe to tangent now. So, there was an outbreak of squirrels in my state because my zoo had squirrels as an exhibit, and a whole heap broke out. We don't have them anymore though. They were able to, like, get them all. But there was a period of time where we had some squirrels just running around in, like, some of the towns that were, like, well, city area, suburbs, closest to, like, the zoo. And out of all of the animal outbreaks that you could have, squirrel is just so funny to me. Like, how did we mess that one up? Like... But it's not happening anymore. They got them all. So I'm like, I got to see squirrels in America too. Like, they're so cute. It was just like hanging upside down. Like well, not hanging. It was kind of like on its like on the tree kind of thing. Just kind of like upside down. And I was like, what are you doing, little guy? And like they would just run back and forth along the power lines. And I was like, oh my god. Because like we have possums, but not like American possums. We have like really cute little like guys. We have quolls, we have quokkas. Well, I have quokkas. The eastern states don't have quokkas. They're missing out. My state has the quokkas. Squirrels make my cats go insane. They're little babies. My mom was like, Enzi must have squirrels. There's so many acorns. Oh, is that why there was? Oh my god. Oh boy. Like, imagine being able to just see squirrels in your everyday, like, life. I think I'll take squirrels over Aussie bugs. You know what? No, you're smart for that. Because, like, some of the stuff that I have to exist alongside on a daily basis, like, I have told chat this story before, but, like, it's same with snakes as well. We have, like, in the suburb that I lived in before this one, it was like a very family community. There was a Facebook group that everyone kind of joined for snake alerts. So every day you would be able to go in there and kind of like go, oh, the Dugite was located on this street this week, so we just kind of need to be careful. Like, if it was on our street, you keep the dogs inside for a couple of days just in case it kind of gets on the fences or anything. And that was kind of like a big thing that we would always keep track of because, like, you don't want to have a Dugite in your backyard with your animals. That's not a good idea. Like, that's just... you're not being smart. And then... okay, yep, I'm seeing it's 11:34. I'm keeping track of this. Thank you for my warning mods. They're keeping track for me. Thank you for my warning. Number 1 Aspen and Millie Defender. That's me. That's me on my website. Okay, I'm so sorry. I tangented so hard then. I have been like, like zoned in the entire stream. She's beautiful and elegant in the same way as a painting, with the light from the window shining on her like a display. I love the tangenting. It's what we do best as streamers. I duck back behind the bookshelf, pressing one hand to my racing heart. My other bumps against one of the books on the shelf, and it falls with a dusty thump. We just need this one. There she is! Anyway. So we're normal. We're look at her. Look at her. Look at her! Cursing my clumsiness, I silently back away in case she decides to investigate, but she doesn't leave her chair.
I suppose it's nothing.
I love her. I actually love her. Everything about her. Her voice, her person. Oh my god. She turns and gazes out the open window. At what? I don't know. A moment later, she returns to her book and leaves this world again. I stay hidden, my face still burning a little bit. Yes, I think this will be the perfect place to spend some time. Oh my god. No, come back! Okay, there we go. Suddenly there's a much louder boom than the one I caused, as thunder rumbles outside. A few people around the library startle at the sound and look around. I've missed her. Look at her. My god, her face is so cute. You are actually so correct. Like, absolutely yes, correct. Sighing, the girl in the chair pulls the window beside her closed, the first drops of rain falling not a minute later. I'll investigate the windows later. Right now, I don't want to bother her, so I head back to one of the plush chairs on the other side of the library and take a seat. Did you just discover the love, like, thing? That's so funny, please. You got 30%. I find a few books that have more pictures than words and curl up in one of the soft chairs to flip through them. There aren't as many of those ones, and I go through the stack pretty fast. Takes long enough for the rain to start, though. Oh my god! The longer I read, the louder the pounding of the rain and the howling of the wind become. That's... Sorry, you and Aspen have a chance to get the... Aspen tomorrow. If it says you and Aspen. Oh, you gotta go ahead to sleep. Thank you so much for joining us today, Addie. Rest well. We see more of Aspen. I miss her. What time is it? Okay, we got 2 minutes. I can't complain though. This library is pretty cozy by my usual standards. It's warm and safe, and nobody tells me to go away. I even have snacks. Love women. So true. More than once, I get up and walk around the library again, even though I've got most of it memorized by now. I take notes of things like a child's stuffed toy that's lying on the floor in one section, or the thin blanket that's stuffed between a bookshelf and the wall. On my third or fourth trip around, I finally find something I'd been looking for. Go back, go back. I know! I'm in misery. Oh, the misery. One of the far corners, totally opposite from where I saw the reading girl earlier, there's a single chair and a small table. On the wall nearby is a portrait. The painting itself is of a girl with light brown hair, but I barely pay any attention to that. What I'm interested in is the frame. It's lovely. It looks like it might be made out of gold. It certainly shines like it. It's carved intricately into the shape of waves flowing up and down. It's gotta be worth something. Pretend to not pay much attention to it as I make my way back to the table. There are too many other people around for me to be able to try to sneak it out. It's too big to fit under my jacket without being obvious. Da Vinci? That just means I'll have to come back some other time. Maybe once this place is closed. I have apparently lost all ability to read. This is what happens when women on the internet. I'm just saying. This happened last time too. I am nothing if not consistent. Oh my god. Okay, it is 11:40. We're gonna have to do the... Oh my god, hey, what's up you guys? So anyway, can't think straight because we're not... You are so correct! You are absolutely correct. So true. But yes, oh my god. Hi, we have even like... I'm turning off the background music that I normally set. We're gonna have this. Hi! So, we are going to do the exciting thing. The very, very exciting thing. Where I do these giveaways and I tell you all about the games and my love for them. And already... Oh, it's gonna be a banger! Alright, so what we'll do is how it's gonna run. So that you guys understand, and I'm giving it a bit of time so that we're not like speed running it all through, and we can kind of like talk and, you know, experience like how this all went together kind of thing. So I'd love to hear what you guys felt about PBH, because like, you know, we went through this together, and like if a few of you have played it, I would be curious to know which routes you took. But what we'll do is we will start with the Please Be Happy. And what you'll do is I will get to the mods to put in or pin a specific code. And you'll have to forgive me. We did do some testing, but this is a new giveaway bot that we're running. So we're not using that bot today. We're going to be running something different for once. And so what we're going to do is we're going to give it a try. It should work fine. As I said, we've tested it many times over, but what are we if not the queen of scuff and the moments of most importance? So what we're gonna start with first is we're gonna do our Please Be Happy. Didn't even start Aspen route the first time. You know what? That is all good because... Wait, let me check this. Okay, so as we're waiting for people to enter these, I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about the game. So that should now be live. I do that. Yeah, look at that. Oh, we're so consistent. Oh my god. But anyway, so as you guys see from today, Please Be Happy is a really, really, really special slice of life kind of visual novel. Firstly, it's set in New Zealand, which is so funny to me because as an Australian, I don't know why, but that always makes me giggle because I'm like, oh my god, my neighbors. But it is a very, very special one to me because it was actually like I counted as my first, but it was technically my second ever visual novel. And I actually wasn't sure about visual novels at the time because the first one that I had ever really gone through, I didn't quite do my research on it, so I didn't quite enjoy it a lot. But then a friend actually bought me Please Be Happy and said, hey, can you stream this because I want to watch you? I want to see you experience it because I think you're going to fall in love with this. And so I gave it a chance. I was like, all right. I'll give it a try. I'm very excited for this. And so I did. And Please Be Happy has changed the trajectory of my entire life. It's definitely the kind of one where you can kind of find yourself losing yourself for a few hours and just really enjoying everything that Miho goes through and kind of understanding how she processes a lot of the world around her. Because it is... You know, she's spent so long, like, observing people. She's never really had a sense of connection in the way that she does in this visual novel. And it's very nice being able to, you know, join her alongside it as she basically goes through this whole world. Obviously, I am an Aspen route truther, wholeheartedly. I definitely found a lot of my love for Aspen. Her CGs are gorgeous. I need to make sure that as I'm talking to you guys about this, it's not just all about Aspen. I am trying so hard, I promise you. But like, you know? And like, I really love how it takes the story for the two of them as well. As I said, I was very much so really, really in love with the Aspen route, so a lot of my experiences come from that side of the like whole thing. Like I am very like twirls hair, kicks my feet. Some of the stories that they touch, like the themes and stories that they touch on with their relationship and how they grow and develop together is very human. And sorry, I realized what I just said. It is a very natural thing for them to go through, like having to like learn how to hold a connection with people long term when you spent your whole life kind of not being able to really do that due to like people forgetting you, having to go through taking a big step in the career that you want to do and kind of losing yourself to rejections and having to get that strength to move forwards again is very big, and I love the humanity in this. And it does give you some very gentle moments that I definitely think anyone would be able to pick up and really enjoy. All of the characters are absolutely lovely. You won't have a moment through this where you, like, won't love it. That's the thing. Like, there is something in here for everybody. So it's definitely something that I would recommend picking up no matter what. To me, this was my big first time trying a visual novel and just falling head over heels in love with it. So it is a very special part of, like, in my heart, if you know what I mean. And if you do play it, please let me know. Like, I love talking about this. So if you guys, after today, give it a try, let me know how it goes, what path you take, what you, like, experience, how you feel about the characters. I'm always excited to hear about it. Just in general, you can also just tell me anything about it. I am always desperately wanting a chance to talk about it, do you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't that be crazy? But yeah, so it is very special to me for that reason. I'll play it and play Juliet route. I thought you had already done that. Oh no, you were doing it. Yes. You were in the process of doing it. I haven't played it yet, but it looks so sweet. My girlfriend also knows the woman who did the OC. Honestly, it is so sweet. It is, you are gonna be like, oh my god. Can personally vouch for the Juliet route being amazing too, as much as Mario loves Aspen. Yes, the Juliet route is also incredible. I kind of spent a lot more of my obsessive on Aspen, but both routes are actually incredible. Like, there is so much in there, and like, you're not gonna find a moment of peace that is not like, oh my god, my heart kind of moments. Okay, so what we'll do is we're gonna run the entry now. So we're gonna draw it. I cried. Yeah, no, there is a specific part that just makes me cry every time. Alright, let's see. Does it work? Alright, so Josta, you have won the giveaway, so you'll need to contact me for the key. Congrats! Alrighty, so with that, Mods, can you get a screenshot of that for me, please? Actually, I can do that too. Why am I asking you to do it? So yeah, make sure you contact me. We'll get the... Sorry, my cat is jumping over everything. God bless the baby. Okay. So that is our first one. Now, next up. Okay, next up is... Oh my god, okay. So, Twirl's hair. So, the next giveaway that we will be running is that we are going to be running a key for twofold. So it's twofold time. It's twofold time, baby! Okay, so you'll be going into a stream next that is about twofold. So I will not give a lot of spoilers. But I will say... Okay, wait, no, I need to start it first. Wait, I'm so sorry. I'm that excited to talk about twofold. I'm so sorry. I will start the giveaway and then I will make you listen to me speak. I am so sorry. So what we're gonna do is gonna run the same. Once it's posted, put in your hashtags. Make sure that you guys... Can I enter this one too? Nothing's stopping you. I say be silly, have fun. It is basically you're entering for the one that you're interested in. It's not I Miss Millie. It is not I Miss Millie. I swear. Okay, that should now be live. Oh, I stay winning. I actually stay winning. So, if Please Be Happy was the start of my life changing from it, Twofold was what really cemented the change. Twofold is basically a story about Olive, who is on the verge of being thrown out of college and has to try and basically save themselves from getting thrown out of college. They're kind of stuck between two choices where they either like have to go one way or the other. Oh, hydrate. Okay, let me take a quick drink. Okay. Now, basically, Olive is a baby, absolutely treasure forever. You're gonna be choosing between the art club, which is run by Caprice, or the writing club, which is run by Millie. I'm gonna cough. Give me 2 seconds. Now, with that, both routes are important. Both routes are incredible. I am a firm believer of the best way to experience Twofold is to play both routes. I tend to, with a lot of visual novels, pick one route and stick to that. But for me personally, recommending this to you guys today, play both. Go through the writing club, go through the art club, go through the both of them. You will come out of it so happy. Like, there is so much beauty in the Twofold story, and for me personally, Twofold has kind of become one of my favorite of all time. Just anything media-wise. I used to basically have like my like favorites, and Please Be Happy was definitely like the start of my like, oh my god, I am so in love with everything, and it always will be. And Twofold came at a point in my life where it really did kind of just change a lot of things. You're gonna go through and you're gonna have some very deep emotional moments, and you're gonna then come out of them feeling like, wow, this is incredible. This is everything that I've ever wanted. And that's the best thing is you're gonna feel that way because both sides of the story are both so similar in what they tackle but so different at the same time. And for me, my emotional attachment comes towards Millie. And if I now say the words, I miss Millie, something happens in my chat and I get laughed at about it. It's all point and laugh. But for me, there we go. I keep forgetting to reset it, so I haven't said it 17 times this stream, I promise you. But for me, Millie is a character that shared a lot of like similar things. Like, one of the big things that happens to Millie happened to me as well. And normally when that kind of stuff happens, I feel a bit worried about like, how are they gonna handle this? Like, what's gonna happen? Beautiful. Everything is perfect. Like, Twofold handles human emotions in a way that leaves the characters feeling real. It doesn't feel just like you're going through a story. It feels like you're going through someone's life experience. And I think that is a very hard line to juggle when you're writing anything. And for the fact that the team was able to create such a realistic story with everything, like nothing feels out of place when you're like going through Twofold. You will start it and it feels real. You're relating to the characters, you're getting to understand the dynamics, and then you walk out at the end of it and you're like, oh yeah, this is it for me. This is perfect. So for me personally, Twofold is everything to me, and it'll be something that I recommend all the time, without a doubt. There is literally mods if you can do the Twofold command. it is that much in my life. There is a permanent command in my streams. This was not put in for today. Like, this has existed since I started playing it. Because if I could ever really recommend any kind of game, it would be Twofold. It's just... it's what emotions are. Like, it's humanity. It's experiencing real life in a story. And you can feel the love of the team in every detail of that visual novel. You can feel the love for the characters that they have created and the extensive world that they have built around it. And I think that's something that's a little bit harder to find nowadays. That just genuine love and dedication to what you create, that it just seeps out so effortlessly in every line of dialogue, in every CG, in every scene. There is so much in Twofold that just stands out for being so uniquely Twofold. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, it is a really special game to me. And as much as I can sit here and tell you what, like the summary, the plot, the best way that you are going to experience this game is to go in not knowing all the details. To go in there with a fresh mind and a fresh idea, and to just listen to the characters and just experience what they are telling you, what they are showing you. And I'm rambling. I'm sorry, I'm getting away. So anyway, I really like Twofold, and I really do recommend that you play Twofold. Anyway. Sorry, I just get very passionate about Twofold because it's had me cry multiple times on and off stream in like a positive way. And honestly, Please Be Happy and Twofold are so beautifully iconic in their own ways that they are always my top 2 recommendations for anything visual novel. There's always those two. Passionately Gay. So true. I need to draw the entry because we have only a couple of minutes left. Okay, so entry drawn. Perfect. Thank you so much. We have Weave who has been drawn for the giveaway. Let's go. So if you are interested in snatching that up, make sure you do message me. We will get you that key right away. Thank you everyone who entered today for these draws. I hope that this has been a stream that you guys have really enjoyed and been able to, you know, become emotionally attached to Aspen as much as I did. Hee. Also, fall in love with Millie when you go into Twofold. Millie is everything. Thank you for sharing your love. Thank you for letting me like ramble about my love for these fictional characters because, like, oh my god. If I could tell y'all just how much that I love Millie, we would be here for hours. Like, I cannot express just how much I love Millie. There is literally, I have a I Miss Millie hat. Like, I have 2 hats. I have an I Miss Aspen and I Miss Millie. And these things are like my favorite things ever. I didn't make these, by the way, as well. These were gifted to me. Like, this is me every day. I'm just saying. And then I also have the Aspen hat. Like, I can put one on each ear. Wait, if I just do this. But wait, okay, let's see if I can do this. I didn't plan for model switching today. But if I just do this, right? And then go 1. And then this is why long ears exist. So that I can do this. Hey, chat, guess what she is? No one's gonna get it right. But yeah. These 2 visual novels saved my life. I'm just saying. Like, absolutely incredible. They were everything to me. And yeah. I'm just basically waiting for the next one to start. But yeah. Thank you so much for joining today, guys. It has been wonderful to meet you all. Use the other Aspen hat. No, I'm going back into my other form so that I am, like, consistent because I was not planning for a form change today, so we're going normal. But yes, sorry that you had to see my other side. There are two beings inside of me. One is a red panda and the other is a numbat. It's like circus plates. That is me. You are absolutely correct. That is me every day. Let me just, now that we've got this. Okay. Alrighty, so we are going to jump across now into Leary. So make sure you guys stay safe, make good choices. We're gonna jump in there. Make sure you bring all of your love and support. Stay safe, make good choices. Thank you so much for watching everyone today, and goodbye.